When you hit your 30s, everything changes. This is the decade where being focused on self-improvement isn't just a nice idea, it's survival. If you're not focused on self-improvement, you'll feel stuck, chasing the same patterns that kept you busy but not fulfilled in your 20s. That's the mindset shift we're here to talk about, and it might be the most important change you'll ever make. Now let's be honest, most people hit their 30s carrying the weight of overthinking, unfinished goals, and habits they thought they'd outgrow. Maybe you've caught yourself wondering, is this it? Is this what adult life is supposed to feel like? The good news is, it doesn't have to stay that way. With the right self-improvement tips, you can reset your life, build better habits, and start becoming the best version of yourself, even if you feel like you're late to the game. Here's the twist. Transformation in your 30s isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about creating mental clarity, gaining self-respect, and shifting from chasing temporary highs to building a meaningful life. Over the next few minutes, we're going to talk about the mindset shift in your 30s that will change how you see yourself, your goals, and your future. Think of it as life advice for your 30s that nobody gives you at school, but that everyone wishes they had learned earlier. Redefining success in your 30s. Success in your 20s often looks like chasing titles, money, or the next big adventure. But the mindset shift in your 30s is realizing that personal growth matters more than external validation. Being truly focused on self-improvement means asking, what actually makes me feel fulfilled? For some, that could be financial stability. For others, it's building better habits, gaining self-awareness, or learning how to enjoy life again without the pressure to impress. Take Alex, for example. In his 20s, he worked 70-hour weeks, thinking the grind would buy him happiness. By his 30s, he realized burnout was stealing his energy and relationships. Instead of adding more to his plate, he reset his life by setting boundaries, practicing self-discipline, and investing in therapy for personal growth. That's the kind of life advice for 30s most people ignore until they hit a wall and need overthinking help. Here's the tricky part. Redefining success isn't about lowering your standards. It's about upgrading them. It means choosing habits for success that actually bring mental clarity and emotional intelligence. It's the difference between saying, I want to make more money, and saying, I want to build wealth without sacrificing my health and happiness. And once this new definition of success clicks, it naturally leads to the next challenge, learning how to reset your life in practical daily steps. Breaking free from old habits. By the time you reach your 30s, habits that once felt harmless, like procrastination, poor sleep, or even saying yes to everything, start to weigh you down. Being focused on self-improvement here means facing the uncomfortable truth. Old patterns don't serve the person you're becoming. That's where building better habits and practicing self-discipline come in, because without them, you'll keep circling the same frustrations. Imagine someone who spends hours scrolling on their phone at night, telling themselves it's just to relax. By their 30s, that lost time adds up. Less energy, less productivity, and more stress. A simple self-improvement tip would be swapping that habit with reading before bed. Books like Atomic Habits by James Clear or The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle can reshape not just your evenings, but your mindset. This is how to improve your mindset without relying on willpower alone. Here's the key. Breaking free from old habits isn't about punishing yourself. It's about creating systems that pull you forward. For example, if you want to exercise more, don't just hope for motivation. Schedule it, find a workout buddy, and make it part of your identity. These productivity habits build self-respect and give you the mental clarity you've been craving. And once you start stacking these better habits, the next step is learning how to get control of your life in a bigger, more intentional way. The power of self-awareness. One of the biggest mindset shifts in your 30s is realizing that the world doesn't get better just because you wish it would. You get better when you become self-aware. Being focused on self-improvement isn't only about changing what you do, but about understanding why you do it. That's where the real self-growth journey begins. In learning to notice your triggers, your blind spots, and the patterns that hold you back. Think of someone who always gets stuck in overthinking before making decisions. Without self-awareness, they think the problem is bad luck. But with therapy for personal growth or even journaling, they discover it's really fear of failure that keeps them paralyzed. Suddenly, they've unlocked a tool for emotional intelligence and self-control therapy, two essentials for a meaningful life. This is the kind of self-development for men and women alike that creates real transformation. Practical ways to build self-awareness? Start small. Try daily reflection. Write down one win, one mistake, and one lesson before bed. Ask a close friend for honest feedback on how you show up. Or practice mindfulness by simply sitting still for 5 minutes and noticing your thoughts without judgment. These little actions give you mental clarity and help you reset your life from the inside out. And as your awareness grows, you'll naturally start to see the importance of goal setting, not just to chase dreams, but to give your self-improvement journey a clear direction. The importance of goal setting. In your 20s, goals often sound like vague wishes. Someday I'll travel, or I want to be successful. But in your 30s, being focused on self-improvement means turning dreams into plans. The importance of goal setting can't be overstated. It's what transforms self-development from theory into action. Without clear goals, you're just reacting to life instead of creating it. Take someone who says, "I want to get healthier." That's too broad. A better approach? Setting a measurable goal like, "I'll run 3 times a week for 30 minutes." This simple shift in clarity builds self-discipline and reinforces better habits. Tools like vision boards, habit trackers, or even apps like Notion can make these productivity habits stick. When your goals are clear, you gain self-respect because you prove to yourself that you can follow through. And here's the beauty. Setting goals doesn't just help you achieve external milestones. It gives you mental clarity and emotional balance. Even small wins, like saving $100 a month or reading one book every 2 weeks, can spark motivation and remind you how to be happy now. These habits for success are like stepping stones, guiding your self-growth journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. And once you've built this roadmap, the next step is learning how to enjoy life again while balancing ambition with fulfillment. Learning to enjoy life again. After all the hustle of your 20s, your 30s bring a new challenge: remembering how to enjoy life again. Being focused on self-improvement isn't only about grinding harder, it's about finding joy in the process. Too many people chase success so intensely that they forget why they wanted it in the first place. The mindset shift in your 30s is realizing that self-growth isn't meant to drain you, it's meant to free you. Picture this: someone spends years building their career, finally hits their goals, but still feels empty. Why? Because they never learned how to reset their life and make space for happiness. Tips to stay happy can be as simple as practicing gratitude daily, spending time outdoors, or reconnecting with hobbies that used to light you up. This isn't fluff, it's emotional intelligence in action, a reminder that a meaningful life is built from both discipline and joy. Here's the secret: enjoying life doesn't mean slacking off. It means aligning your self-discipline with things that make you feel alive. Schedule dinners with friends, take weekend trips, or start a creative project that excites you. These ways to improve mental clarity and gain self-respect keep you grounded while fueling your self-growth journey. And when you balance productivity habits with moments of joy, you unlock the ultimate mindset shift, living a life that's not only successful, but deeply fulfilling. So here's the truth. Your 30s aren't about having it all figured out. They're about finally choosing to be focused on self-improvement. Redefining success, breaking old habits, becoming self-aware, setting goals, and learning to enjoy life again. These aren't just ideas, they're the roadmap to becoming the best version of yourself. But here's the catch: none of it works unless you actually take the first step. Let me ask you, what's one habit you know you need to let go of right now? What's one goal you've been putting off because of fear or overthinking? And what would your life look like if you decided today to reset, build better habits, and gain the self-respect you've always wanted? The answers to those questions could change your entire self-growth journey. If you're ready to live a meaningful life, one that's not just about survival but about thriving, then start small, today. And if this video gave you real-life advice for your 30s, don't keep it to yourself. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and stay with us as we keep exploring self-improvement tips, mindset shifts, and habits for success that will help you create the life you deserve.